So, hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. I hope you're all doing well and I hope you're all living the dream. We're out today on a Saturday afternoon, and we're off out for some fish and chips at Settle. So yeah, that's our destination. And yeah, we've been up to Thrashfield, but I haven't put that in the video because whoa, train tracks, bump. Ooh. We've rode it many times, nothing interesting happened. So yes, how's it been going, everybody? Look at this sunshine, the old current bun, happy days. Doesn't it make you feel good? Anyway, what's been going on in the world? What's been going on at the unit? Catch up with the unit, eh? Well, it's been an interesting week this week. It's been a kind of a mixed, manic week. Picked on Wednesday. We'll start with Wednesday if I can remember it all. So Wednesday, to go and pick a scooter up from Blackburn. Father's bought his son his first scooter. Oh dear. Yeah. Anyway, he brought it in. He said, yeah, it's a good runner. It runs really well. It just what's this panel doing, and can you service it and get it MOT'd? So we're like, yeah, okay, we could do that for you. Anyway, there were a broken panel at the back and it wanted some new mirrors on it, and it wanted a service. That's what we were told. So of course we gets it in, and as we had the bike in, we were checking it over, and I'm like, took the panel off, replaced that, replaced the spark plug, did the air filter, drained the oil. So I thought, yeah, cool, we've got a good start, so happy days. So bearing in mind, I've been told when I went to pick this bike up that it's a good runner. And I'm like, right, okay. So we goes to start it, no electrics. This isn't a good start. Oh well, it could be one of these because it's only 50cc. You know, it might kickstart. Kickstart, no. But it had an electric start button, so I thought, there's something not right here. Anyway, I had a look, further investigation, no battery on it. How can it be a good runner without a battery on it? Has he bought this bike and just took the guy's word for it that it's a good runner? Because it certainly didn't bloody want to go. So we messed around and looked in the workshop and found the battery and cobbled it together and fired it up, and it ran like, well, not very well. It's got an aftermarket exhaust on it. So we said, okay, well, we've done what he asked us to do. We haven't really got time to be, you know, when you book a job in, you say, can you do this? And you tell us what you want us to do, and we'll give you a time and a price for it. So we were looking at this, and right, so we spent another half an hour getting it running, and it just sounded terrible. So then we had to take it for an MOT. So we wanted it MOT, and so with a customer with a bike like that, we have to be careful, because if we say, oh, it needs this, it needs that, and it needs the other, they think we're trying to make money out of them, and we're not. So we sent him and said to him, right, sent it in for an MOT. We knew it were going to fail on tyres, we knew it were going to fail on the number plate light, because he hasn't got one, there's not one there. One of the rear foot pegs, because it has a seat on, didn't work, so it failed on that. So we were kind of like, right, okay, let the customer know. So that was that one. That's still in the workshop. Yeah, I think he's been sold a lemon with that. It's yeah. You're gonna have to chuck probably, I don't know. Well, it needs a new exhaust system because the end can has come away from the pipe, from the down pipe, so it needs a new exhaust system. So it's going to be another, I don't know, 600 quid at least to sort that out. And a new battery and new tyres, and so that's just that one. That were a little 50cc and you're like, oh my giddy aunt. Anyway, so we had that one. Then we did a tyre on CBR 600 Hornet. Front tyre on that. And adjusted the chain in a safety inspection and told him he's planning to go to Spain on it. Not Spain, to France. So we said to him, before you go to France on that, you need at least a rear tyre to match the front, and definitely a new chain and sprocket. So that was that one. That was Wednesday going into Thursday, that one. So yeah, that was a interesting couple of days there. Plus all packing parcels. It was just quite manic with everything like that. Anyway, so we move on to Thursday, packing parcels, finishing off other bikes. The Harley, the one that dumped all the oil out the other month. Finally, Harley have sent us the pipe and the bung. So we refitted that and fired it up, and yeah, we're fine. Took them 4 weeks to get a piece of hose pipe and a plastic bung delivered to us. 4 weeks. Unbelievably piss poor with that of Harley. So we got the Harley sorted. They were lucky. It could have seized his engine up because apparently it dumped all the oil out. Well, it seemed to be alright anyway. So that went back. And then we had, what else were there? Well, we had a Honda, it's a big cruiser thing. She wanted us initially, she booked it in a few months ago. She wanted us initially to sort out a coolant problem, a cooling problem with it. And that were like, well, the bike's old, so it's probably going to need a new radiator, probably a new water pump. Pipes are going to want flushing out. Probably a new fan as well, so we thought, oh, that's going to be a pain in the arse, that one. And it's an old bike, so yeah, getting parts for it's not going to be easy out on the thing. So yeah, that's parked up waiting for us to start on it. What else? Did a loose wheel on a scooter. I like loose wheels, they just come in, can you change tire, da da da, yeah, bish bash bosh, job done. And then what else did we do? So that was Thursday going into Friday. Friday was just manic. It was one of our regular customers, Steve. Hope you're doing alright, mate, Steve Briggs. Oh, he's our regular customer, poor Steve. He's just got himself a newish bike. Only got like 3,500 miles on it, if that. And they were off to work as he normally does. He's off to work one morning, I think it was Friday, and an Audi driver pulled out from a side road and he had nowhere to go. Classic case of, sorry mate, didn't see you. luckily Steve's very good with that. The police came out, he had to go to hospital, you know, he came off, he bounced off the car, he hit the road. Yeah, he's our latest, he's one of our characters, he's our Steve. You know, when they say, you know, if you want to learn how to ride the bike, generally they'll come and ask me for safety advice and tips on how to be safe on your bike. And I always say, if you want to learn how to crash your bike, go and ask Steve. Steve's, he's an absolute star. So yeah, he's in the process of going through McCams, and they're going to sort his claim out for him and look after him, all done through us. We're McCams agents, and we'll look after him, get him a new helmet, get a courtesy bike, because it wasn't his fault. I don't know about injuries, because it's more soft tissue damage, you know, with that type of stuff. So I don't know with that, but yeah, so we've got that in, how to go out and recover that, bring it back to the unit on Friday. So yeah, I mean, a lot of people go on about McCams, you know, and all this lot. You pay your insurance. I'm going to have a bit of a whinge here in a moan, you know, sorry about this, but pre-warning you. So everybody that's got a vehicle on the road pays insurance, and it's damn right expensive, and it keeps going up every year. Whether you have a claim or not, your policy goes up every year, you know, and you're always swapping and changing policies. Gone are the days when you used to be brand loyal because they give you a discount, they'd knock you so much off each year. Now it doesn't work that anymore. So you're paying all this insurance, and you know, then something happens, you have an accident, and you need to make a claim. Now the thing with insurance companies is you do not have to use your insurance company's recommendation. When they tell you that if you don't go with their approved dealers that it will affect your no claims, you'll have to pay your access and all that lot and the other. 9 times out of 10, that is a load of rubbish. If it's not your fault, it doesn't affect you. Now you can go check it up online, check, you know, but even if you do make a claim and it's not your fault, next year when you get your insurance policy, have you had an accident in the last 5 years, whether it was your fault or not? So then you're going to put yeah, and they go, right, we're putting your policy up. But I didn't claim. Doesn't matter, you had an accident. It wasn't my fault, doesn't matter. You've had an accident. So they're shafting you. So what I would say is, to fight these insurance companies, use McCams or a similar brand. We use McCams because they're just good. They look after you. He'll get a new like-for-like replacement helmet. He can get new gear if his gear's damaged. You know, he'll get his bike repaired, or he'll get paid out what he's insured it for. And then he can go and get another bike. Now, if they write it off, if his engineer comes out and writes it off, he has the right to buy that bike back at salvage. And again, depending on the value of the bike will depend on the salvage, what it's going to cost. But on some bikes, it's only 10% of what they pay out. So if you've got a bike and it's an older one, and you know, you've got it insured for, I don't know, £2,000, you're going to be able to buy it back for about 100 quid, between 100 and 200 quid, and then you do the repairs on it yourself. No, because there'll only be fairing damage. Anyway, there's big dudes. I hate insurance companies. We all have to have them. It's daylight robbery, and we're all suckered into this. Oh, if I make a claim, my policy's going up. No, your policy's going up anyway. So you might as well claim for what you're paying for. And let McCams deal with it. They deal with all the headaches. They take on all the insurances. They do all that for you, and happy days, you know. So he wants me to go past. So yeah, that's my rant. Use them, you know, use it. Make a claim. You've been paying for. I bet some of you lads out there have been paying insurances for cars, motorbikes, 50 years, and never claimed once on a policy. Well, why do you have to pay insurance? Because if you have an accident, then you could claim. Anyway, there you go. Sorry about that. That's my rant. Back to my tale. So Fridays we're busy. We've got all that going on. We've got people in, and it was just a manic day. Just a lot of people, sales reps, and all that kind of people coming in. It is what it is, so not a lot we could do. I was just glad Friday came and it was over with. So Saturday this morning, happy days. We had a young lady came in. She wanted sat nav wiring up to an ignition wire, so Tim got his electrical gear out and wired it up to the ignition, so just turns off. Happy days. So that was a nice quiet Saturday morning. Absolutely brilliant, loved it, fantastic, you know. Just a lovely end to the week. And we're out today. So yeah, where are we coming into? I think, is this, where are we? I don't know. We're just past Coniston shooting ground back there. I don't know. We're here wherever we are. So yeah. Anyway, another momentous event happened last week. Last Sunday to be exact. I clocked up my big one, my big birthday. It ticked over 6 decades I've been going now. 6 decades. I think that's right. Anyway, 6 decades. I've reached that stage now where I can officially call myself an old man. I had an absolutely fantastic birthday. My good lady wife surprised me, and I've been going on about uprating my iPad. I use it at night, you know, watching YouTube videos. That's all I do, watch YouTube videos. And I was talking to her about eventually, it doesn't need it right at this minute, but upgrading it. But I didn't want to spend, you know, £1,000 on an iPad, you know, because it's basically just a screen, isn't it, with applications on. So I decided I wanted, well, I didn't decide anything, I just never really thought about it. And then I was busy doing what I was doing on my Sunday. The postman came knocking, DPD, and I'm thinking, what have I ordered now? I thought, I can't remember that I've ordered anything. And my good lady wife had bought me a Apple Mac Neo, a MacBook Neo. It's a baseline model, 256 gig. What an absolute belting piece of kit it is. You know, I've got laptops. I've got a laptop there running Linux. I've got a laptop running Windows. I've my Apple Mac computer. Got Android phone. I've got them all, but I don't really use the laptops. I just don't. But I got this thing, and oh, what an absolute quality piece of kit it is. It's all aluminium. It feels really good quality. It's quick. It's a lovely piece of kit. And it's what, 600 quid for the baseline model, 700 quid for a bigger hard drive and a Touch ID that I don't really need. So yeah, and it does everything I need it to do. And all being well, this video that you're watching now will have been edited on the MacBook Neo. There you go. So I'm blown away still with it. You know, my wife got me that, and I've never really talked to her about it, but she sits quietly in the background and she listens to what I'm watching on YouTube and all the reviews I watch, because I watch a lot of reviews about technical stuff like new phones and new computers and new cameras, and I like to keep ahead of it, you know, what's going to be new, what's this, what's that, what's the other. Anyway, she clocked onto that because I've watched quite a few videos about it, and the MacBook Pro and the MacBook Air, and I'm thinking there are a lot of money of them. They're starting off at £1,000 and I don't really need that. And then she surprised me with a Neo. Oh, love her to bits. So yeah, I'm officially an old git now. I'm an old man. I can officially hold the title. I'm an old man on a Bandit. But all these dirty bikers, all these bikers must be solar powered. They must have solar powered bikes. I've never seen as many bikes out up until recently. They must be solar powered because they only come out when sunshine comes out. So yeah, that was last week, and a bit at the uni and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, all happy days. We had a visit from the daughter with my granddaughters. Wow, they're growing up. Yeah. You know when you feel, you know when you think, yeah. One of my granddaughters who started secondary school this time, I'm like, wow. You know, when you're holding them for the first time when they're born, and the tiny little things, and well, it's the same with my kids. You know, you look at them now and they're all grown up, buying houses, and they've got jobs, and they're like out driving cars, and you're like, oh my god. Anyway, it's one of them things. So yeah, that's what has been going on at the uni. We're on the A65. Bit of a boring road, but we just have to settle to go and get some fish and chips. I'm not in no rush. It's a beautiful day, an absolute beautiful day. Don't want to spoil it, just enjoy the sunshine. Yeah. Say again. Too old? What do you mean too old to be rushing? I might be at 60, but I'm still 25 inside. You know, the government, and that's it. It's the government that and society that like to put an age on things. I'm actually only 25. You know, I don't deal with all this government stuff, you know, this birth certificate and all this. Oh, you're this age? No, I'm not. I'm 25. My body doesn't think that. My body says, yeah, you can think you're 25, mate, but you try some of that shit you did when you're 25 and you're going to know about it. Excuse me. So, yeah, happy days. So we didn't get out last week because the weather and stuff wasn't brilliant, so we're out this week. I'm claiming this as my birthday ride, and yeah, I've been to Threshfields. I've got some meat and a pie and a cake, and now we're off to Settle, and I'm gonna have fish and chips and a nice cup of Yorkshire tea. No, we didn't. That we're after. We didn't go out. We haven't been out this week. That was week before. Oh, better slow down. I'm gonna car going to the pub. So yeah, you'll have seen by the time this video comes up, you'll have seen me 2 videos of when I went out with Tim. So yeah, when we went up to the singing tree, you'll have seen them videos by now. So this is the one, the follow-up. Exactly. See, my wife's voice. My wife is. Yep, you stay there. I'm just trying a bit of something different. That camera there that's usually looking at me, I've got it facing forward for a different point of view. So yeah. What else? We're just coming into the outskirts of Settle. God, I do love this place. The Yorkshire Dales. It's just so... Well, every time you come out, it's a different picture. You know. Yeah, it's just gorgeous. So now as the sun's coming out, we'll be all out and about, getting more videos out and about. But I think I'm going to stay with my scheduling of 1 video a week on a Monday, 6 o'clock. That's when all my videos will be released. And so I have a few more and spread them out a little bit. Get out and about. Yeah, it's just beautiful. It's just so... Around here is settled. It's so nice. There was a bit of a commotion up here in Settle not so long ago. One of the residents were complaining about all the bikers coming into town and upsetting everybody and being a nuisance and all this lot, and you kind of go, the bikers, you get maybe 1% that have, let's say, slightly louder exhaust and they pop and bang a little bit, and yeah, it can be a bit annoying when you live here. Look at all these bloody bikes here today. Jesus Moses, look at them all. Jesus Moses, dirty bikers. Oh my God, ban them. Get them banned, dirty bikers. I'm only saying that because I can't park up there. I've got to go and park up down here. Can we get it chippy? Let's go and park on car park.